My subtitles are on.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. Exactly. Rewind.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline.
PG tips?
It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. You know why you're here, don't you? The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time? Splendid. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
Wait, what?
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules.
Yeah?
In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
Huh?
Carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. You don't believe? That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading. That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. Which room are you in, Sam? Mysterious. But I know you're in room 4, Sam. Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
Exposed to the well's contents. That's quite a history to it, doesn't it?
It sounds awful.
Quite creepy. Poe's curiosity shop is now closed. The closing of the eyes, I mean, that's interesting. So she wants to, at least the person...
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector Dupont. I wasn't sure
Hiya.
you would come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers. Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. That's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it? Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. You don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise. Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it. What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
He's living on a prayer.
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I?
Yep, so I
Okay.
said.
I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius. In her bedroom. She was naked.
Woohoo!
No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. Board here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Of emotions that you're feeling. Now, from what I'm taking from this, Robin, I think you're finding it hard to break away from a painful situation that's happened in your past. And you feel overwhelmed by the emotions caused by it.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already? Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead.
No, you shouldn't.
Ask her boyfriend. Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Demands already? I'm only thinking of doing it. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
It's me. She's fast. Too fast for Jimmy to hit. She tore straight through his gut, pulling out his spine like an afterthought. I grabbed it.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading. Chief DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the Chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. In my room reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Eyes locked, I put that 9th bullet straight through her skull. Spraying crimson,
Oh,
my legs
Oh, don't
fail,
roll
and
in.
I slide my back against the steel.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec, we don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea. We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. The 3 of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own. Mercury, it's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it. I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't
So I
believe
gotta
in
say
God, but I
Bronwyn
was still
again.
praying. It didn't work. I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so... it's a conundrum.
Now, what could the object I've just handed to you be?
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam? It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now. Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
That's what the man down the pub told me.
That's incredible.
How's curiosity shop?
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es tu casa. Come on. I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Happy Squirrel!
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil.
There.
The 5 of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the 10 of Swords, which is, well, you know. Swords in general are bad. She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No. The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do. I didn't say job. I said job. Okay, we make a cheese obelisk, a
Ooh.
job, and depending on the shape of that job, we get different answers to questions. No, you don't. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails. No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
At a mental institution trying to rebuild my life, to find a way to live with the intolerable. At first they tried to get me to talk about...
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I take the train down to King's Cross.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Hostile eyes on the back of my head as I head towards the dark end of the street.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police... Despicable act. Monroe?
Someone's watching.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
They were young, strong, and used to getting stuck in. It was worse the second time. I'd convinced myself I was over it, that I was okay, that I could live a normal life.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been? What were you doing last night?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember?
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Chief Dupont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you?
Does it bother you, Chief Dupont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Good evening, Chief Dupont.
Dorota's family. What does the tarot...
I can do a reading, if you want.
Yes.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your lead?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Why are you here?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
What were you doing last...
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on a... Bron can vouch for me.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Hang on a sec. Hi mate, I'm not too bad, thanks. I guess I better not go into Violet's room as I'm Violet. Oh, it's not letting me.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you. Okay.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder.
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but... The devil.
The devil. Oh dear.
You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. Or maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I'm
last
fine,
night?
thanks.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What's
What
up there,
makes you
mate?
think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Oh, it's her book. She thinks... Oh, it's go to Rain.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
Oh, you like
How long are you planning to be?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why?
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
This is a weird... Like, and basically change who I am. Oh, thanks, mate. No, I just got this one.
Is everything okay?
This is weird.
Nice. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
Oh, she sleepwalks. Return to Sam. So it can be different people.
I'm not sure, actually. He's maybe a Buddhist?
Yeah,
could be, yes.
I have done it. I will
You say he's
redo
a
it again
professional.
on my mobile
Something
because
religious,
I'm on the
I suppose.
PS4
Yeah.
at the
He's wearing
moment.
robes, he's wearing... A monk, yes.
Well done.
But why is he in pain?
Very good question. I can answer that for you. It's a porcelain figure, ancient Chinese, seated and howling.
Oh.
It's called the Screaming Monk. Legend has it that this monk, called Busan, accidentally glimpsed Queen Anke undressing. It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
Oh, 4
It's
o'clock.
just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I haven't got Minecraft. It's not really my sort of game. Thanks anyway. Must be something else I've got to do then.
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing.
It's alright
we'll
for
get along
suggesting
fine.
it though, mate. I do say I
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they
Bronwyn
can't
and
agree on
Alexia. So
Tarot
basically,
readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what.
I've got.
Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills.
I've
Perhaps
got.
they're related.
I've
That's
got a
it.
feeling I'm going to have to be Bronwyn and see Lexi.
Shopping relates to needs and desires. So, Gabby, what you're having dreams about here, so it's your grocery shopping. So that in particular is a physical need for life. So...
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Bronwyn.
So I've got to be Bronwyn, I've got to see Lexi.
You might always be giving more to other people than you receive. A relation...
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while.
Yeah,
Let's
good.
just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Right, let's...
Perhaps, Gabby, you might have to challenge in your life.
Right, I'm going to go to my room and then be... Lexi. Let's see, Bronwyn.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Right, let's see Bronwyn.
You're listening to Radio August.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Violet. I didn't see her last night, did you?
You think she's the murderer?
I'm not sure I'd go that far, but it's definitely suspicious.
Dr. Thatcher's black BMW is strewn on its side, engine crushed against the concrete wall.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Bronwyn says I'm suspicious. Incredible. She's suspicious, turning up and saying someone will die, and then they die.
Please don't ask us to...
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
That is weird.
Gene pattern was unstable or some such bullshit. Sent down to the vault for further military evaluation, like the rest of Thacker's.
Hello, I'm Rain.
So I've got to be careful when I see when I'm talking to other people.
Hello,
because
I'm Violet.
as I'm being another person, if I let it out.
Violet.
No, that's Rain I wanted.
Hello, I'm Rain.
But it's enough to send her sprinting directly for me. The second misses. She vaults from the puddle at the base of the ramp, her hospital gown smothered in fire in the chest. I put another
she's
there,
not there.
and another.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here?
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
She spills backward onto the concrete slope. My legs fail, and I slide my back against the steel. Jimmy's in.
Oh, she's not there, so...
All that's left is my sobbing. And the sprinklers.
Is it Lexi?
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. Okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Psychopathic tendencies? Crime of passion?
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and
I've just started this one, so I'm just kind of puzzling my way through it.
Killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe it's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Oh, this is weird.
Europe?
No.
See if Violet's there. No, Violet's not there.
Story from this part of the world as well. Do you remember?
Right,
China?
go back to my room.
No.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
No, it's not Violet I want to be, is it? It's Bronwyn?
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
I would say a mirror. A handheld mirror.
You're right. Well done, Monroe.
Wow.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than...
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
She's
Think of being
brave, but
somewhere
not
else
stupid.
Go there.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it? Birmingham?
The Traveller? Dead girls? Ring any bells?
Traveller?
Bron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
Oh dear.
The
I
bank
better
lady.
leave there because I think
If
I...
it moved on, maybe escape was possible, but it just floated in the middle of...
I
The
can't
vacant
ask her anything
penthouse
else.
had a hallucinatory quality. Dimly lit in blue,
I better leave.
room gave the impression of a fish tank, with twilight blue through the long windows and bag lady
So I can
floating,
change who I
as
am.
if suspended in current.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
This is confusing, this game. I'll just try to go to the next chapter and it's not going, so it must be something I'm missing.
There it floated, and then it turned to face me. Run or die, the door gave way from the stumbling push, and there was a long expanse of the room. Footsteps echoed on wood. The spinal shiver.
Before you even open your mouth, I'd just like to remind everyone around here that I did not kill Dorota. Question after question after question after question. If Chief DuPont thought it was me, I'd still be at the station. So can we please talk about something else?
Oh, she's getting a bit worried.
sockets led straight into its mind. A cold, dark tunnel.
But she's got nothing to
That
say.
carnivorous circular maw closing.
He's got
Vision
nothing to
vanished.
say.
And an alternative to death was offered.
Lexi. She's got
It
nothing to
needed
say.
help with its camouflage. A human
Oh,
mind to
I'm going to go
wear.
to my room and be the inspector then.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
It's Chief DuPont.
Float,
Let's see, I'll say something now.
since human beings don't float.
See Violet. No, Violet
You
don't want
had
to talk
eyes,
to me.
and we're less of a corpse.
Nor does
Floating or
Bronwyn.
standing, living or dead. These things were all form was an approximation of its first victim. A homeless
Nope.
survived on a steadily dwindling income from prostitution as age, drugs, and street.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Was decomposed. Not decomposing flesh, but an amalgam of
Well, I
fears
think
and
I've
haunting
got to,
memories. A corporeal
go to
phantasm
the
of
next day
nightmares,
then.
fraying at the edges.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Well, what are you doing here then? You said you'd help me. I just need you to keep an eye on the guests and let me know if you see anything strange. So, if you're here, who's doing that?
Which traced along the sides of my face and into my mouth, stretching it wide. The bag lady gapped its bile-stained mouth over my own and regurgitated a worm-like thing.
I'll get big
Hi,
one of them. I'll
I'm
get big
Bronwyn.
Bronwyn and then see the chief.
I'm Bronwyn.
Worm didn't go down, but up. Up into my nasal cavity, and then up further, until it was crawling inside my brain.
Miss Castle. I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill DeRosa.
You're a prime suspect. And your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with me?
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky.
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
So I left and observed her, the bag lady, as I went, and relayed my thoughts through the worm. Not this one. The
Well,
worm
I'm
had
going
to
to
be
go to my
told.
room.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Right.
And the
Be
worm looked
Lexi
at
and go
us
be
both,
Lexi and then see.
increasingly impatient. And maybe the people...
What is it, Miss Taylor?
Why did you hire...
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. Why did you hire Sam?
Tarot cards tell you that. Listen, Sam gets results. Nobody knows how, but the results are got. I want the killer found as quickly as possible. You got a problem with that?
Who would want to kill Dorota?
You doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks you've got it in for her.
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
Why weren't the police protecting Dorota?
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
Have you met him?
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Still sticking with that, huh?
Our Dorota's family said.
Why? What are you going to do?
Nothing, just checking.
I've got my eye on you, Lexi Taylor. Lexi. Rain, are they even your real names?
With a vacant penthouse. George wanted to know if I was the owner. So I said yes, which is true in a way.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Sleeps below, unaware of what lurks above them, where the floating entity...
Rain, I'm busy. You going to turn yourself in?
Yeah. No.
Then you're wasting my time.
...forms, and the scream... a second, before George was gone. Then the bag lady floated there, silent and saddened, while I watched from the crack of the closet.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. Okay, so we've heard from Alex, and
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
That's interesting. So it's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
it's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I must be missing something.
It's weighing heavily on your mind, and perhaps it's a secret about someone else that you have. Perhaps it's something that you share, and it's something